Uh, Good morning, students. Welcome to my video lectures on signals and systems. And if you remember, in yesterday's class, I showed how discrete signals are generated using uh, continuous time signals using what is known as sampling. So, to produce any discrete signal, first we require what is known as a continuous time signal. Then, on employing a switch which successively closed and opened, and using this switching we can generate a discrete signal. Now today I will give two more examples. I will take a step function and I will going to sample it, and thereby I will generate what is known as a discrete signal. So this is a step signal. As you know that this is a step signal 0, this is t, and this is unit step function. This is ut, and we can sample this. You can sample this. This is what is known as switch, and this is xt or xt equal to ut, and here we going to get a discrete output called x of n. Discrete output. So xt is same as this ut, and here we're going to get, let us assume that t is 1 second. Every 1 second the switch is closed and opened. So if you, at the interval of 1 second, I used to close and open switch. Now sampling is done in the interval of 1 second. Now what happens first? First at t equal to 0, this value is captured. This value is captured. Next, after 1 second, this value is captured. Next, in between 0 and 1, the value is 0. So at n, these are called n values. N takes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Integer values. So next, at the end of 2 seconds, this is the value. Next, at the end of 3 seconds. So in this way, you can generate a discrete signal, say, and the discrete signal looks like this. So all these values are at 1, and this is n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc. So this is what is known as sampling a unit step function. Now I will take the example of a ramp function, and I will go to sample it. Take a ramp function, and ramp function also can be sampled. So this is, take a unit ramp. So this is what is called as ramp function. So this ramp function is again sampled, a unit ramp. Unit ramp means slope is 1. So every 1 second it is sampled. First, n equal to 0. This is the value. Next, at the end of 1 second, this is the value. N equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4. So in this way, you can capture these values. And if you erect lines, it looks like this. So its value 0 here, value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4. So you can generate a discrete signal. Next, I will take one more example. Now I will take the example of sine wave, and I will going to sample it. Take a sine wave. So this is a sine wave. This is a sine wave. Take the example of a sine wave having a period of 4 seconds. Having a period of 4 seconds. Take a sine wave of amplitude, take 2 minus 2. Now this is a sine wave of period 4 seconds. Now again we shall sample this sine wave. As you know that if this is full cycle, this is quarter cycle. That means 1 second. This is half cycle, 2 seconds. This is 3/4 cycle, 3 seconds. And this is full cycle, 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Now you can sample at the rate of 1 second. Say first, at n equal to 0, this value is captured. Next, n equal to 1, this value is captured. Next, n equal to 2, this value is captured. Next, n equal to 3, this value is captured. Next, n equal to 4, this value is captured. And it repeats, and the cycle repeats. If you sketch in the form of graph, it looks like this. So this is what is called as x of n. X of n. So this is the discrete signal. This is the discrete signal. Now I will come to the last topic in this class. What is known as representation of discrete signals. How discrete signals are represented. Representation. Now I will rub generation. Now discrete signal representation. Representation. How frequently we used to represent discrete signals? There are 3 popular forms. Number 1, graphical representation. Graphical representation. We saw previously graphical representation. Graphical representation. This is a popular representation. There are 2 more popular representation. Graphical representation. Next one, functional representation. Functional representation. This is second one. Next, third one, sequence representation. Sequence representation. These are the popular representations of discrete signal. First I will sketch the discrete signal, and that will be graphical representation. Now here I will sketch this is what is known as graphical representation. This is what is called as graphical representation. So graphical representation, we have to erect lines at corresponding n values. So n equal to -1, 0. N equal to 0, 0. At n equal to 1, its value is say 2. 2. N equal to 2. its value is minus 2. N equal to 3, 0. N equal to 4, 0. N equal to 5. So this is what is called as graphical representation. Functional representation is written like this. Functional representation. Functional representation is written like this. X of n equal to 0, n equal to minus 1, 0, n equal to 0, 2, n equal to 1, minus 2, n equal to 2, and 0 elsewhere. 0 elsewhere. This is what is known as functional representation. X of n equal to 0 for n equal to minus 1, x of n equal to 0 for n equal to 0, x of n equal to 2, n equal to 1, x of n equal to minus 2, x of n equal to minus 2 for n equal to 2, and 0 elsewhere, 3, 4, 5, etc., minus 2, minus 3, etc., 0 elsewhere. This is what is known as functional representation. Last case, sequence representation. This is also equally popular representation. What is known as sequence representation. In sequence representation, we represent it like this. Use a flower bracket. Use flower bracket. Here 0. 0. 0. Then 0, next 0, 2, 2, next minus 2, minus 2, 0, 0, etc., etc. Now this is n equal to 0. Here you show an upward arrow. You show an upward arrow. If you show an upward arrow like this, it corresponds to n equal to 0. So this is for n equal to 1. This is for n equal to 2. This is for n equal to 3, etc. One point, keep it in mind. These are all values. These are all values, and you have to assign the n values to these. This is for n equal to 0. This is for n equal to 1. This is for n equal to 2, etc. On this side, it is for n equal to minus 1, etc., etc., etc. This is what is known as sequence representation. So now in this class, I showed how discrete signals are generated using step, ramp, and sine wave. And I explained 3 ways of representing discrete signals. Thank you.